Hello everybody, Angel Arts here, and welcome to a brand new series. This is going to be a gay replay of Dragon Age Inquisition. What exactly is a gay replay? Many of you are probably asking. So, for those of you who don't know, my main blind playthrough of Dragon Age Inquisition um, has already been completed. I had beaten it, and the final video of that should have been posted. And in that gay Let's Play of Dragon Age Inquisition, my main Inquisitor, Art, the Kunari Mage, went through his adventure, and during that time, he was able to win the heart of one Dorian Pavas. However, I am thoroughly interested in experiencing the other male gay romance in this game, and I wanted to. A lot of you were asking me if I could still share my first time experiences experiencing the Iron Bull's gay romance blind. So I absolutely loved the game the first time I played it, and I'm definitely not ready to put it away by any means. So I am going to once again roll a brand new Inquisitor with a completely different theta state. I've made some changes, some tweaks to a brand new world state, and anything that's significant I'll explain as I go along to tell you what were some of the different choices that my Hawk and Warden have made for this state, for this brand new Inquisitor. And this Inquisitor is going to be romancing the Iron Bull. Now, just so you guys are completely, just so you guys understand what this is not a full playthrough of Dragon Age Inquisition. If you want the full playthrough, I'll put the link down below of my canon, my main Inquisitor's adventure down below. What this is going to become is a collection of highlights, for the most part, plot highlights. So it will include not only the romance material, full romance material of the Iron Bull. I'm also going to be using this Inquisitor to make a lot of the different choices that Art made, that my Inquisitor had made. For example, one very good example of this is most likely this Inquisitor is not going to side with the mages. Most likely he's going to end up siding with the Templars. And I will record, again, my blind experiences going through these separate paths, these different decisions, and kind of share with you guys, especially if you don't have the game, to see what would have happened if Art had done X versus Y. And numerous other choices. It's not to say that this Inquisitor is going to purely make the opposite choices as Art. I kind of have to play around with his personality, because I do want to make this Inquisitor unique in personality, different from Art. But at the same time, I'm trying to design his personality in such a way that he does end up making a lot of different choices from Art, and he behaves differently from Art, and he responds to things differently from Art, just so that there's a completely different feel with this replay. Another very good example is most likely he will not keep Empress Celine on the throne. He will probably have either Gaspard or Briala on the throne, and he may or may not keep her alive. We'll see. I don't know. I have to feel out how this Inquisitor goes. And then after this playthrough is over, I will I will make one more gay replay, Dragon Age Inquisition, specifically to romance Cullen. Because, oh my gosh, I really want to experience Cullen's romance, especially from what I had seen of Cullen in my main playthrough, and what from a lot of my friends have been telling me his romance is like. I've been dying. You guys don't understand. I have wanted to romance that man, that character, since the first 10 minutes of the very first playthrough of Dragon Age Origins, because I was a female mage in Dragon Age Origins. So so that'll also come, and uh, that Inquisitor will probably make even more different choices from Art and this Inquisitor. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of jumping around, but I will try to make sure that I capture enough of the story so that you can get a feel for this Inquisitor and what he's about, and you'll be able to share. I'll be able to share in still my blindish experiences trying out some of the other choices of this game. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. So this time around, I am going to be playing a dwarf, which is actually pretty exciting for me because I, to be perfectly honest with you, have never actually completed a Dragon Age game as a dwarf. I had played through both origin stories of Dragon Age Origins, both the dwarf noble and the dwarf. I forgot what they called the other dwarf origin story in Origins, but I played them both. But I just ended up not having time to fully complete their stories. Unfortunately, I felt bad, so I'm really psyched to finally complete a Dragon Age game as a dwarf, and he is going to be a dual-wielded dwarf. Because I didn't want to take away from Varric, who is already a ranged, like, not archery, but crossbow dwarf. I figured that would just be overkill. Obviously, I could make Varric a dual-wielded dwarf as well, but why would I, really? Why would I want to? Bianca's just too awesome. Maybe I might do that with my third Inquisitor. We'll see. Just to mix things up even more. So the background for my Dwarf Inquisitor is totally different from the Canary Mage one. So he is a Carta Dwarf. The Dwarves of Thedas are known for their once vast underground empire, and guilds of merchants and warriors held in high esteem by the other races of Thedas. Not you, a cast-off surfacer, unwelcome among the dwarves or most humans. You have scraped by as part of a criminal fraternity known as the Carta, smuggling magical ore known as lyrium. As part of the ruthless Cadash crime family, you spent your life on the streets of various free marcher city-states, until you were sent to the Chantry Conclave as a spy, and everything changed. So totally, right from off the bat, totally different motivations, totally different, background, origins. This is really helping me a lot to try to base who my Inquisitor is and what his personality is like, because I can definitely see, based on the themes, as a Carta Dwarf, he's going to be quite different from Art in many ways, and I'm excited for that. Okay, so here is our brand new Inquisitor. As you can see, he is a ginger. He is a redhead. I tried to make his red hair a little bit different. It's actually slightly darker than Art's red hair. I'm making him for the Iron Bull, and the Iron Bull has a soft spot for redhead. So of course I have to make my Inquisitor a redhead just for Freddy, just for Tib. So I really like him a lot. He's really, I think he is a cutie pie. I think he is an adorable, very handsome dwarf. I don't normally give my characters scars, but I just thought the scar around his eye actually really adds to his overall look. And I don't know, I'm not a big fan of scars, but I actually think that small tiny scar on his eyebrow is kind of sexy. Yeah. His voice is, with this Inquisitor, I'm also picking the other voice.
You leave me no choice. I just hope I can help.
Just so, again, just to further separate this Inquisitor from my other Inquisitor. So I'm going to accept the changes. Name your character. So I'm going to name this character. I was thinking about this for a while, and normally what I do is I try to name characters that are significant to other Let's Plays that I've done. So I was debating about this for the longest time. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to name my Inquisitor after my sim child of my Sims 4 Let's Play. Um, his name is Andrew. So I'm going to name my Inquisitor Andy. He looks like an Andy to me, and I always loved the name Andy for some reason. Andrew, Andy, it's always been one of my personal favorite guys' names. So let's go accept that. So here we are. We got Andy's new adventure as the Inquisitor of Thedas. Again, I'm sure you guys, if you've seen my playthrough, you're very familiar with this. Um, Again, there aren't any like major differences in this opening scene at all, just because, well, besides the fact that you're now a dwarf and not a large pumpkin canary. But I at least want to get through the introductory pieces so that you can, from the beginning, get a feel for Andy and understand what he's about and start getting an idea of what his personality is like. Mostly so I can also get a feel for his personality. It's the same story, but not. I'm very excited for this. And maybe I'll be able to share a bit of insight as I play through this game again. Knowing what I know from the full story, I'll probably be sharing some insight along the way. So just to let you guys know, this let's play, or this replay, is not really meant to replace the main one. I will probably be dropping spoilers in my comments because I'll be referring to things from my first playthrough. So just to warn you right up front that this replay might have a lot of spoilers that hasn't happened yet in the events of this game. So be aware of that, please. Oh, these two. Andy looks so adorable. I just want to give him a hug. Oh, Andy. I love this Inquisitor already. I love his look. His golden eyes. I love his golden eyes.
Tell me why we shouldn't kill you now. The Conclave is destroyed. Everyone who attended is dead. Except for you.
You think I'm responsible?
Explain this.
I can't.
What do you mean you can't?
I don't know what that is, or how it got there.
You're lying!
We need him, Cassandra.
He's so cute. So Andy's not quite as empathic as Art. He's slightly more... Let me go, I'm confused. What now? What now?
So what happens now?
Do you remember what happened? How this began?
I remember running. Things were chasing me, and then... a woman.
A woman?
She reached out to me. But then...
Go to the Ford Camp, Liliana. I will take him to the rift.
What did happen?
It will be easier to show you.
Just by picking different responses, I already feel like Andy is his own unique person. Totally different from Art. There's the breach.
We call it the breach. It's a massive rift into the world of demons that grows larger with each passing hour. It's not the only such rift, just the largest. All were caused by the explosion at the Conclave.
An explosion can do that.
This one did. Unless we act, the breach may grow until it swallows the world.
And we can't have that.
Each time the breach expands, your mark spreads, and it is killing you. It may be the key to stopping this, but there isn't much time.
A lot of you probably know this already, but this particular voice actor is the same voice actor who did Zevran from Dragon Age Origins. And he's doing a fantastic job, because I would not... Had I not known going in that it was the same voice actor as Zevran, I would never have thought. They just sound completely different to me. I can kind of see it, or hear it rather, now that I know, but I'm very impressed by that.
You still think I did this? To myself?
Not intentionally. Something clearly went wrong.
And if I'm not responsible?
Someone is, and you are our only suspect. You wish to prove your innocence? This is the only way.
If you're wondering, guys, there's a very good reason that I'm wearing this hat. It's not just because I like this hat a lot. It's because I'm sort of channeling, to help me, again, differentiate and see Andy as a totally different Inquisitor from Art, is I'm trying to channel his gingerness. I could also have dyed my hair, but just to make things a little bit simpler, I'm just going to wear the orange hat, just so I can channel Andy as a ginger dwarf. So yeah, I'm excited about that.
You say it may be the key. To doing what?
Closing the breach. Whether that's possible is something we shall discover shortly. It is our only chance, however. And yours.
I'm really loving experiencing the game with a different voice actor, because you can clearly see the differences in their performances, the different approaches of the two voice actors. I don't think one is necessarily better than the other. They're just different, and their takes and how they say essentially the same words on the paper is just really cool. It's really cool for me to see that, to hear that.
So, if I do what you want, will I live through it?
We have no way of knowing. They have decided your guilt. They need it. The people of Haven mourn our most holy, divine Justinia, head of the Chantry. The Conclave was hers. It was a chance for peace between mages and Templars. She brought their leaders together. Now they are dead. We lash out like the sky, but we must think beyond ourselves, as she did. Until the breach is sealed. There will be a trial. I can promise no more. Come. It is not far.
Where are you taking me?
Your mark must be tested on something smaller than the breach.
Oh, this is so great. Okay, guys, like I said, I'm gonna skip around, so I will see you at the next story part. Here we go. So he's not going to find a staff, I'm assuming. Cool. 2 daggers. There we go. That's what I need. Oh yeah, come on, Andy. Okay, now I have to get used to melee controls. I have to get used to actually having to walk up to a monster in order to attack it instead of just being able to hit it from anywhere. That's right. How do I play this game again? There we go. Ugh. Trying to remember my... There we go.
It's over.
Drop your weapon. Now!
A demon attacked me. What was I supposed to do?
You don't need to fight.
Are you saying it won't happen again?
You're right. I cannot protect you. And I cannot expect you to be defenseless. Your life is threatened enough as it is.
Come on, Cassandra. Get in that. Get in there. There we go. Whew. Oh, Eric.
Quickly! Before more come through! What did you do?
I did nothing. The credit is yours.
You mean this?
Whatever magic opened the breach in the sky also placed that mark upon your hand. I theorized the mark might be able to close the rifts that have opened in the breach's wake. And it seems I was correct.
Meaning it could also close the breach itself.
Possibly. It seems you hold the key to our salvation.
Good to know. Here I thought we'd be ass deep in demons forever. Baron Tethras, rogue, storyteller, and occasionally unwelcome tag-along.
This time, Andy is staring at Varric and his beautiful dwarven hairy chest. I'm sure Andy's probably crushing on Varric something fierce. Sadly, Varric is not available. Tear.
Are you with the Chantry, or...?
Was that a serious question?
Technically, I'm a prisoner, just like you.
I brought you here to tell your story to the Divine. Clearly, that is no longer necessary.
Yet, here I am. Lucky for you, considering current events.
Nice crossbow. I think Andy would probably be very intrigued by weapons. I feel like he's very intrigued by weapons, and the automatic crossbow that is Bianca, I'm sure, would pique his interest quite a bit. In addition to the overall dwarf package. By package, I mean, you know, all of Varric, not. You know what? We're going. We're gonna keep going. Nice crossbow, Varric.
That's a nice crossbow.
Isn't she? Bianca and I have been through a lot together.
You named your crossbow Bianca.
Of course. And she'll be great company in the valley.
Oh yes, she will.
Absolutely not. Your help is appreciated, Varric, but...
Have you been in the valley lately, Seeker? Your soldiers aren't in control anymore. You need me.
Ugh.
I need you, Varric.
My name is Solus, if there are to be introductions. I am pleased to see you still live.
He means I kept that mark from killing you while you slept.
You seem to know a great deal about it all.
Solus is an apostate, well-versed in such matters.
Technically, all mages are now apostates, Cassandra. My travels have allowed me to learn much of the Fade, far beyond the experience of any circle mage. I came to offer whatever help I can give with the breach. If it is not closed, we are all doomed regardless of origin.
I'm just trying to survive.
I'm just trying to get through this alive.
Cassandra, you should know. The magic involved here is unlike any I've seen. Your prisoner is no mage. Indeed, I find it difficult to imagine any mage having such power.
Understood. We must get to the forward camp quickly.
Well, Bianca's excited.
And so is Andy. Oh. Let's carry on.
Fellow surface dwarf may be part of the Carta.
What makes you say that?
I can tell a proper Orzammar dwarf from 20 paces. Also, you have that shifty smuggler look to you.
So do you.
I'm not the only one with a shifty smuggler look.
Varric did not destroy the Conclave.
Hey.
That you know of. We shifty smuggler types can be tricky.
Exactly.
Here for the moment. Well done.
Let's see how
Whatever that thing on your hand is, it's useful.
Let's see how we're going to level up Andy. I have a feeling. I do like sabotage. I like sabotage a lot, but I feel like I might jump around, actually. I may not necessarily focus. I might not focus as much as I did in the previous one. I really like. Yeah, I know all of this. I really like the idea of having a scorpion, get over here chain. This is the hook and tackle. Very, very. I'm very much liking this. Plus, I also like sundering. I like debuffing characters. So that would be very cool. However, I think for right now I'm going to focus more on double daggers and get this flank attack because I loved using this as Cole. Flank attack followed by a twin fangs. That was just to die for. So, am I not able? Some features of the screen are currently unavailable. Oh, okay, I'm not allowed to level him up right now because I have. Put it away. Put it away. There we go. Now, yes. Perfect. I'm gonna have some fun with this. It'll help me be a little bit more mobile, because having to walk up to attack creatures is a little annoying. I think I was spoiled a little too much as a mage. I can't imagine people going from mage... Well, now I don't have to imagine. People going from mage over to a melee character. Ooh, Highland Dirk is still better than the Morning Star. But... yeah. Is this better than... yeah, this is better for Cassandra. Cassandry. I'm keeping my Dirk still.
Ah, here they come.
You made it.
Oh, Roderick.
Chancellor Roderick, this is...
I know who he is. As Grand Chancellor of the Chantry, I hereby order you to take this criminal to Val Royeaux to face execution.
Excuse me?
Order me? You are a glorified clerk, a bureaucrat.
And you are a thug, but a thug who supposedly serves the Chantry.
We serve the most holy, Chancellor. As you well know.
Justinia is dead! We must elect a replacement and obey her orders on the matter.
So none of you are actually in charge here?
You killed everyone who was in charge! Call a retreat, Seeker. Our position here is hopeless.
We can stop this before it's too late.
How? You won't survive long enough to reach the temple, even with all your soldiers.
We must get to the temple. It's the quickest route.
But not the safest. Our forces can charge as a distraction while we go through the mountains.
We lost contact with an entire squad on that path. It's too risky.
Listen to me. Abandon this now, before more lives are lost.
Oh boy.
How do you think we should proceed?
Now you're asking me what I think.
You have the mark.
And you are the one we must keep alive.
Convenient.
Since we cannot agree on our own,
So, in my original playthrough, we charged with the soldiers. But I think that Andy would prefer to not lose any scouts. He's from the Carta. I think trying to keep the scouts alive is a little more important to him than keeping the soldiers alive. So, take the mountain path. And that's sort of more his thing. He's a rogue, so he doesn't really do the direct approach. He kind of, goes around and behind, and you know what I mean. Well, I've never done this before. This is going to be totally blind for me. So let's try the mountain path.
Use the mountain path. Work together. You all know what's at stake.
Liliana, bring everyone left in the valley. Everyone.
On your head be the consequences, Seeker.
All right, let's see how different this path is. I'm very curious. I have a feeling we're not gonna run into Cullen though, because Cullen is if you take the other path. Cassandra's like, I don't know. I found it very entertaining. You get like an extra cutscene, it seems like, with this. Alright, yeah, this is already different. Come on, folks. Well.
The tunnel should be just ahead. The path to the temple lies just beyond it.
Reach the...
What manner of tunnel is this? A mine?
Part of an old mining complex. These mountains are full of such paths.
And your missing soldiers are in there somewhere?
Along with whatever has detained them.
We shall see soon
Missing
enough.
soldiers? I don't remember hearing about the missing soldiers. What do we have in here? Ooh. More baddies. More baddies. Cassandra, how did you get over there? Alright, well, from the shadows. Can I attack him, please? Why am I not able to attack you? I was like, why can I not attack you? Come on, Control.
Make her take you.
There we go, shatter. Nice. Love those combos. Alright. Yeah, it looks like this route, yeah, is a bit longer than the other routes. I like it. Oh, wow. Ooh. A lot creepier, too. Is there anything over there? I don't think so. Okay. Aha! We've got some rewards in here. So you get a little bit more loot. That makes sense. More XP, more loot for taking the longer route. Stiletto and Griffin Shield. Is that better than what I've got? I think so. Yeah. Stiletto, Cassandra, Griffin Shield. I do like the Griffin Shield. I like how it's shaped. Loot. Nugskin. And more loot. And no light. But we've got baddies. From the shadows. Love that. Oh, there's another one of you. Let me quick look of you. Gotcha. So satisfying. Hey, you. Perfect. Fennec fur, right. Oh, wow.
Yes, we found the soldiers.
Poor things.
That cannot be all of them.
So the others could be holed up ahead.
Our priority must be the breach. Unless we seal it soon, no one is safe.
That's a task for the other dwarf in our party.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Yeah, this is much longer. Much longer than the other one. Seal the rift to secure the temple path. Oh, there's the soldiers. Gotta get them. There we go. Stop the soldiers! Help the soldiers!
Lady Cassandra!
Lieutenant, you're alive.
Just barely.
Oh boy. Oh, I hate those ones. I hate those ones. Those are the annoying ones. Cassandra, keep them away from me, please. Come on, Rift. Close it, Andy. Woo! Save the soldiers.
Sealed, as before. You are becoming quite proficient at this.
Thanks.
Let's hope it works on the big one.
Big one.
Thank the Maker you finally arrived, Lady Cassandra. I don't think we could have held out much longer.
Thank our prisoner, Lieutenant. He insisted we come this way.
Our prisoner.
Prisoner? Then you...
We have to get to the breach, and quickly.
To the breach? I don't...
The way into the valley behind us is clear for the moment. Go, while you still can.
At once. Quickly, let's move!
The path ahead appears to be clear of demons as well.
Let's hurry before that changes.
As someone who's a member of the Carta, I envisioned that...
Down the ladder. That's the way to the temple.
Ooh, fire resistance cowl. I envision that Andy is the kind of dwarf who... He's warmer once he gets to know you. He has a hard time trusting people right off the bat. Elf dwarf level 6. But once he becomes friends with you, once he gets closer to you, he's incredibly loyal. Incredibly loyal. So he's a little standoffish right now because he's just now meeting all these people. I mean, he's intrigued by that really handsome dwarf and Bianca, but beyond that, he's still a bit suspicious. Well, not suspicious, but he's wary of the other two. And that's how pretty much I think
So,
he's gonna play.
holes in the Fade don't just accidentally happen, right?
If enough magic is brought to bear, it is possible.
But there are easier ways to make things explode.
That is true.
We will consider how this happened once the immediate danger is past.
There we go. So I guess a lot of you probably have noticed that this time around, as a compromise, I did turn off helmets for this playthrough. A lot of you were asking me to turn off helmets in my original playthrough. I honestly didn't mind the helmets as much.
The Temple of Sacred Ashes.
What's left of it?
That is where you walked out of the Fade, and our soldiers found you. They say a woman was in the rift behind you. No one knows who she was.
Okay, now we're at this area. Gotcha. Alright, now this is where everything converges. But yeah, I actually liked some of the headwear on people. Was a fan of some of the Vitar, but not all of them. Oh yeah, there's where we came from over there. Gotcha. I actually liked some of the headwear, which is why I kept helmets on. And, I mean, they came off during cutscenes, so it wasn't like you were covering their face when you were having conversations. But I'm gonna compromise and turn them off for this gay replay as well as my next gay replay. Plus I get to see, you know, I get to see more of Andy's awesome ginger hair.
Breach is a long way up.
That it is. There's Liliana.
You're here. Thank the Maker.
Liliana, have your men take up positions around the temple.
Let's do this.
This is your chance to end this. Are you ready?
I'm not sure how to even start getting up to that thing.
No. This rift was the first, and it is the key. Seal it, and perhaps we seal the breach.
Then let's find a way down. And be careful.
Alright. Here we go, guys.
Now is the hour of our victory.
Mm-hmm.
Bring forth the sacrifice.
Deja vu.
What are we hearing?
At a guess, the person who created the breach.
You know this stuff is red lyrium, Seeker.
I see it, Varric.
But what's it doing here?
Magic could have drawn on lyrium beneath the temple, corrupted it.
It's evil. Whatever you do, don't touch it.
Keep the sacrifice still.
Here we go. Here we go.
Someone help me!
What's going on?
That was your voice. Most Holy called out to you, but...
What's going on here?
Yay, Andy.
Run when you can! Want them!
We have an intruder. Slay the dwarf.
Just try. You just try.
You were there! Who attacked? And the Divine, is she... Was this vision true? What are we
I'll
seeing?
be able to answer that later.
I don't remember.
Not quite now.
Echoes of what happened here. The fade bleeds into this place. This rift is not sealed, but it is closed, albeit temporarily. I believe that with the mark, the rift can be opened, and then sealed properly and safely. However, opening the rift will likely attract attention from the other side.
Got it.
That means demons! Stand ready!
Ready. Standing. Let's do this. Do your thing, Andy. You sexy, sexy dwarf, you. Oh, yeah. This was the boss that took me a while to figure out. It's because the rift angle is tough. Getting to it is really tough. Alright. You guys, distracted, please. You have to get the right. Really, making the rift that hard to get to is really annoying for the first boss.
Strip its defenses. Wear it down.
There we go. Now that I know how to do
The
this...
demon is vulnerable. Now!
From behind, Andy. Come on, keep it up. Shatter! That's right, down on your knees. I'm not used to not being the one responsible for putting the barriers up on everybody. Come on.
More coming through the rift.
Yeah. You guys need to chill out. Alright. Alright, you guys. Now, die. Out of the way. Keep those barriers up. Come on, Solus. Distract them so I can do this. Rupture. Nice. Come on. Die already.
Now! Seal the rift!
Ugh. Even though I've beaten the game and I know what's happening, that fight was still a hard fight. Really hard fight. That's... tough fight to throw at you at the very beginning, in my opinion. And this is just the beginning. Whew. We're back in her pajamas again. Whoa, what's in my mouth? Art, what's in your mouth? I'm not sure what's going on. Is that like an animation bug? I'm not sure.
Oh. I didn't know you were awake, I swear.
Maybe like a little bit of drool. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Why are you frightened? What happened?
That's wrong, isn't it? I said the wrong thing.
I don't think so.
I beg your forgiveness and your blessing. I am but a humble servant. You're back in Haven, my lord. They say you saved us. The breach stopped growing, just like the mark on your hand. It's all anyone has talked about for the last 3 days.
I think that's the lighting. I think that's the lighting on his lips. A little bit off.
So you're saying...
Yeah, it's the lighting.
They're happy with me?
I'm only saying what I heard. I didn't mean anything by it. I'm certain Lady Cassandra would want to know you've wakened. She said, at once.
And where is she?
In the Chantry, with the Lord Chancellor. At once, she said.
Alright, guys. Oh no, what happened to my pajamas? Alright, well, never mind then. So we got our loots. Okay, we got elf fruit. So, yeah, we just kick things off, guys. I'm excited to play through as a brand new Inquisitor, Andy. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this episode, this first episode of Gay Replay, Dragon Age Inquisition, Iron Bull, romance version. Tune in next time, everybody, and until then, love yourselves and love each other.